Colby? No, I'm not the lady, I'm the man.
No, Mr. Mitchell has these weird things happen to him. I don't know how these things happen.
It's true.
But they're ridiculous.
This happened November 12th, 2015. You notice, this wasn't very long ago. Mr. Mitchell works very hard on Monday of school. He took Tuesday off, he's going to Chicago. So right away after school on Monday, he goes to Chicago. Italian in, we go to visit Natalia's brother who lives in Chicago. Well, we go out that night in Chicago. We have a few soda pops. It's be late. It's about 1 in the morning. Let's start heading home. Yeah, that's a good choice. Well, we wait for the L train. The L train's public transportation. All right. We're waiting on the platform at like 1 in the morning, just like ready to get home. Crazy days, man. A lot of sodas. Well, the L train pulls up. We get on to one of the cars, doors open, we get on. There's like 10 homeless people sleeping on this L train at 1, now it's like 1:20 in the morning. I'm looking at her brother. We run off the platform, we get onto the next car, the next L train car. There's like 3 homeless people on there sleeping. So it's an improvement, right? We went from 10 to 3. I feel a little bit safer. We're sitting there, we're riding for like 25, 30 minutes. All of a sudden, Natalia's brother's like, hey man, we gotta get off. He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Bang! I'm like, hey man, we're like 15 minutes away from your house. He's like, I gotta go now. I'm like, okay, next stop, we'll get off. We get off in the neighborhood we've never been to. He's never been to, we've never been to. Boom, he goes to the bathroom, like 7-Eleven or something, it's the only place open, It's like abandoned town. And we're standing at the stoplight, we're like, geez, we're kind of talking, it's kind of cold outside, it's like 1:30 in the morning now, so we're kind of like this, we're like, okay, what should we do? We can get back on the L train. It'll be like a 15-minute ride. We could call a taxi, and it could be like a 7 or 8 minute ride, but you got to pay more for taxis. Taxis are expensive. Or we could use Uber. Now, who knows what Uber is? Okay, yeah, you get like random people that live in the neighborhood will pick you up and then just drive wherever they want in their car. But that's really cheap. And we had a coupon. So we're like, hey, let's use Uber. While we're talking and debating it, I see this homeless crackhead lady about 3 blocks away. This is the only person I've seen in the 5 minutes that we've been out at 1:30 in the morning in this weird neighborhood in Chicago. Well, this homeless crackhead lady's walking down the sidewalk, being loud, being dirty and loud, nah. No one sees her but me, because Natalia and her brother are talking. About a block away, she starts cutting through the intersection, kitty corner, like diagonal, coming right at us, right? Talking, smacking her head, being weird. And I'm watching her, right? I'm like, okay, this can't end well. Natalia and her brother, they're still talking, having a good time. They don't even notice that she's coming like right at us. She's like from Mercedes to me, that far away. She's still walking up. Remember, we're standing like this. She walks up to Natalia's brother. And he's still talking, and she goes down, and she like pats his crotch. Yeah, like his hands are like this, like kind of cold, pats down his crotch. Well, what's the brother to do? He calls her off. Okay, he says a few words that I can't repeat in the classroom. Okay, what are you doing? Something along those lines. She flips out. Forget you! She says something else, but along those lines, right? She starts yelling. Then she starts storming off down the sidewalk. Like, just storming, like, I'm going to kill you! I'm going to rip your face off! And we're just like, what? We're like, oh, okay, get Uber. We're doing Uber. We're getting out of here. So, okay, they're clicking in Uber, The guy's like, the name's Quan, all right, and he drives a Lexus. He's like, I'm there in 2 minutes. Perfect. Get us out of this weird neighborhood. All of a sudden, this Lexus pulls up. Quan's there. So we get in the car. I get in the shoddy position, right? Well, Natalia and her brother get in the back seat. Well, as Quan is typing in our address into his little GPS deal, a homeless crackhead lady girl opens the back door and gets in the car next to Natalia. Sits down next to Natalia, closes the door. Oh, very scary. Homeless people shank a brother for money. Now, Quan doesn't know that we don't know that girl. He thinks it's just one of our friends. Like, who would get in a random car and close the door? Close the door. Quan starts to go down the road. Quan's like, okay, I found your location. And we're going with this homeless crackhead lady in our car. Or in Quan's car. I'm very nervous up front. Like, okay, she could strangle one of us. Natalia's being nice. Like, hey, what are you doing out tonight? It's 1:30 in the morning. What do you think she's doing? Smoking some crack cocaine. After about 3 or 4 minutes of us going down the road, I'm like, this can't end well, because if she knows where we live, if we get out at the apartment, she knows that's not good. She'll probably try to follow us up there. I go, hey, Quan, hold on a second. I go, ma'am, you need to get up out this car. And she goes, you can't tell me what to do. I go, the hell I can't. I go, I paid for this car. You didn't pay for this car. No, I say right here, you're going to take me to Pilsner. I ain't taking you to Pilsner. What are you talking? I don't even know where Pilsner is. You up and get out of this car right now. I'm going to smack the taste up out your mouth. She's yelling. This was for like 4 or 5 minutes. Finally, I go, Quan, pull this Lexus over. Quan pulls it over. Hey, you need to leave, man. Just get up real quick. You can ride the L train. It's 2 blocks that way. She's yelling. After a couple minutes, she opens the door. Right? Gets out the car. Here's where the story gets crazy. She was still between the door and the frame of the car, so we can't close the door. You know, she's standing in between.
How did it took off?
Well, we weren't thinking Dr. Peppers. Natalia goes to close the door, all right, and it bumps the old homeless girl on the hip. Goes to close the door and it hits her, right? And she goes, you effing female dog! You know, you can fill in the blanks there. And she has this $15 Reese's peanut butter cups that they sold during the holidays. You know, those 2 half-pound cups? She had one of those that she just bought. Homeless people eat weird stuff. And she had this, you effing female dog! She goes, boom! And she just, boom! And Natalia gets smacked across the face. And then she winds up again. Boom! She hits Natalia square in the snout. Boom! I go, Quan! I get out of the car. She sees Quan and I come around the car to get her. She goes off down the sidewalk. We get back in the car. And I turn around and say, hey, Natalia, are you okay? She's got whacked in the face twice with a half-pound peanut butter cup. I go, hey, Natalia, you all right? And I go turn, and this homeless lady, crackhead, is running down the street at our car, going to break our windows. Ah! Ah! I'm like, Quan, go! He's like, what you say? I'm like, Quan, go! The crackhead! He goes, ah! And he goes flying down the road. We go through this red light. Quan, don't stop at the red light now. He goes right through the red light. And as I turn to look, like, what is this crackhead lady? She is running through a red light, and now it's like 2 in the morning. Ah! Ah! Right at the car! I see, the last thing I see is this car coming through. This lady is running, this crackhead, and this car is going through the light because they have the green. And then I just swerve not to hit her, like, and goes around her. Barely misses, slams on the brake, there's horns going, and that's the last thing I see as we are going down the street. I was like, oh my God, look at all like 2 in the morning. That's Chicago on a Monday night. There's a random Monday night this happens. Homer Cracker Lays doing weird stuff, smacking girls in the face with peanut butter cups. Weird stuff. I'll tell you the plantation story after break.
Now,